Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Jandera. I'm Geraldine, and sorry that's not the most flattering sight from the back of the goats, but I'm a little bit concerned that those udders on Evie are starting to fill out a tad, and the udders on Evie are not filling out. So I'm looking at these two sets of udders and going, oh dear, I hope the wrong goat isn't pregnant. Although I've still got a few months to actually find out and know for sure, but dear. Both girls seem to be doing well. They've just been moved to another fresh paddock, and it was a pretty big job clearing out all the fireweed. You might remember in a previous video, I'll try and remember to put a link up there. There's yellow flowers over there, and there is a truckload of them down there. They're called fireweed, and they are an incredibly noxious weed. I actually, if I put cows in here at the moment, I would have major problems and could very well kill them. If they were in milk, they would definitely, the milk would be tainted and not good for human consumption. So that is a fireweed. Well, that's what we call it here in Australia anyway, at least in southeast Queensland. It is a massive problem, and if you can see, my paddock is just loaded. I used to do a reasonably good job of keeping on top of it before I broke my leg, but 12 months of not hand weeding it every time I walked past and saw one has meant that my paddocks are absolutely riddled with fireweed. There's a lot of fireweed, and in here there is a lot of cobbler's pegs. So it means that when I do get in there and weed it, I'm not only going to have a very big job pulling out the fireweed, I'm also going to get covered in cobbler's pegs, which I'm not at all enthusiastic about. I actually might get in here and mow down these cobbler's pegs. I mean, I can mow the fireweed, and that's okay for the flowers that are yellow, but the flowers that are white and have turned to seed already, that's just going to spread those seed. It's just a massively huge challenge and a very big job. So I'm thinking I'm going to go get a feed bag. I mean, I actually literally filled the 20 kilo feed bag just fireweeding this section while the fence was going up. It was a really, really big task. And there wasn't that much fireweed in this section. The rest of this paddock has huge amounts. And fireweed is just a huge trouble. Goats can manage a little bit of it, but it's not good for them. And Jonathan's picked some little purple flowers for me. Isn't he sweet?
Purple and blue.
Purple and blue, sorry. Purpley bluey. They're little.
3.
So yeah, so the girls are doing well. I am a little concerned still that Gwen is pregnant. She's the little one. She's not even 12 months old yet.
How old is she again?
She'd be coming up to 11 months old. She's 1 in August. And it's just the start of July, so she's probably 11 months old. Evie is definitely old enough to kid, and she has actually already kidded once before. But those udders are not looking like they're starting to fill out at all, which I would have expected if she was in kid. Not to be bagging up fully, because when they're just about to kid, like at 24 hours within kidding, they'll bag up and become really full. But you'd usually expect it to be at least a little bit. Anyway, well, time will tell. Hopefully, and if she's not pregnant, it's not tragic. I will just get a buck at some point and get her back into kid again. I'm really hoping that Gwen isn't pregnant, because I personally just think she is just way too young, and my experience with young does getting pregnant too early can lead in them dying and not kidding properly, because they're just not ready for it. I normally would wait until they're at least 12 months old before I put them with a buck. But the gentleman that I bought these girls off did not follow that philosophy. Oh well, hopefully things go well. But I'm going to go get a bag and probably a trolley and start picking some fireweed. Oh, it's a big job. Well, after an hour of fireweed pulling, I've got a lot of fireweed in those bags, and it looks like it's barely made an impact on the paddock. We also found some shade in the long grass. They spent a lot of the time we were out here bleating at us. And I did get a reasonable amount done. Well, Jonathan and I did, until Jonathan got bitten by something and went screaming into the house for some Stingo stuff. I wish my plantain had been a bit bigger. But we got this area here all done. So it was a good chunk. There's still a lot more to go. Anyway, that's the update for today. If your gardens are growing well, and I will catch you in the comment section. Remember, you're either green and growing or you're ripe and rotting. Have a great day. Bless you.